Spring is really here now. The birds are singing and the flowers are blooming, but the weather forecast is promising a temperature drop tonight. Black tulip magnolia is also in bloom, and that's usually a good indication of the fact that frost will be coming, because usually frost does come as soon as they've bloomed and kills them off. And that's it for this year. But I'm still hopeful that the temperature might only drop to 1 degree Celsius, which will mean that we might miss the frost. Please, please, please. Because it's not just the magnolia I'm worried about, it's lots of the fruit trees. We have our Asian pear tree here, Miyazaki, this one, and it is in beautiful bloom. Look at those gorgeous flowers, so pretty. They've really opened up now. And usually it flowers before the other pear trees, so there's nothing to cross-pollinate, and it does need a pollination partner. It can be partially self-fertile. But this year, the other pear trees are also opening. This one over here is meant to be a Chojuro, another Asian pear tree. And it's getting really close to blooming. As is the European pear tree. Some there on this side, both sides of this duo European pear tree really getting ready to pop. I would say it's about a month early this year. So if we do get a frost tonight, that would not be ideal, to say the least. Things like tulips will be fine, as will all the hellebores. But it's just the fruit trees I'm worried about. The apple trees are also starting to pop open. I'll show them in a minute. Another worry, these are the plum trees. This one here is a green gage. It's supposed to be a super dwarf, and it has stayed quite small. I planted it in the ground back in May of 2023, and this is the first time it's flowered. And it's done so nice and early. It needs a pollination partner, which we have over here in bee buzzing distance. This one here is a beautiful Swedish cultivar. It's similar to the Victoria plum, which I also have back there, and I have elsewhere in the garden too. And this one, for the first time, I also planted it. How long ago was that? I'm sure I had a little tag on it. I planted it, I think 2 years ago or so. And it is, for the first time, full of wonderful flower buds. I'm so excited. I love plums. They just don't taste very good when they're from the supermarket, but homegrown fresh plums are just so sweet and so delicious. And this one is really, 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 really full of flower buds. So we don't want a frost. We really don't. This one can cross-pollinate with the green gage. And behind it we have a second green gage too, which was bought alongside the other one. This one is taller. I planted it in a pot because they're meant to be such dwarfs. I thought they could do well on the patio, the warm sunny patio right over there. It tends to be slightly sunnier than here. And so I tried it, but I don't know, it kept on getting knocked down. And it wasn't that happy in the pot, but it did grow a lot taller than the other one, and it pushed out one flower last year, so that didn't come to anything. But there are some flower buds now, and it's slowly waking up, slightly slower than the other one. But the whole thing is that these guys can cross-pollinate and just have a great bunch of wonderful plums. I am very hopeful. I have one more plum tree right in this area, and then there's one behind the house. Let me just show you. This in the undergrowth here is a duo plum tree, and I actually got it for a few pounds last year. It was in the, end of season sale. It was a bare root, and one side is meant to be Czar, and the other one is Victoria. So I actually have a few Victorias now. Let's have a look what the tag says. Victoria and Czar. Oops, I'm almost falling backwards here. I think it's supposed to be a dwarf, is it? Let's have a look. No, just a duo plum tree. So normal size. And actually, it's super exciting because both of them have flower buds. So we'll hopefully find out which side is the Czar and which side is Victoria. I imagine this one is the Victoria because it is got more flower buds, but we'll see. It's very exciting. I think I'll do some summer pruning because it's growing quite tall and I want to keep it quite short. But yeah, we'll see what happens. The great thing about duo fruit trees is that they can just cross-pollinate with each other, of course. I love that. But let's see what happens tonight. It's meant to be sort of tonight and tomorrow night. We might get some frost and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping not, but we will see. There's nothing much to do about it if it does. But I will be covering my kiwi berries over here. It's so cold out here. I need to go back inside. Oh, look at this guy. This is a pushkinia. A Russian snowdrop. It is so cute. My goodness. Oh, and look, there's a little raspberry that's shooting up here. I think that's going to be a red raspberry cane because there are lots of red raspberries here. Yeah, but here are the lovely early kiwi berries. So I actually might cover them because I can cover them. They're on this trellis, so that's a possibility. Let's see. Everything else just has to fend for itself slightly and just really hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. And then I'll come out here and prune my little guys here soon. My hydrangeas. Maybe I'll do it in the weekend. We will see. Everything is blooming. These are high bush cranberries. And, Saskatoons, look at them. They'll be flowering very soon. They're so beautiful. They're very hardy. They won't mind cold. But it's really raining, so I gotta go back inside. Let's see how it goes, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.